You can see around us there's Zawtar Al-Gharbiya. We can see the tanks, Merkava tanks of the Israeli army. Also we can see the soldiers of the Israeli army who are walking right
in front
there
of us, yeah.
in front of us. Yes, of course. So we can say that the Israeli occupation is surrounding us.
Mm-hmm.
We are living like in a prison.
Yeah.
They are just around us. They see us every hour. A drone come and took some photos, some videos of us, what we are doing. If we are working something else, like weapons or something, I don't know.
Hey everyone, this is Ali Mazloum and you're watching Free Palestine TV. Today is Wednesday, July 29th, 2026, and we are in the town of Zawtar. Before we begin with this report, I ask you to press the like and subscribe buttons on whatever social media platform you're watching this on, and to go to our website freepalestine.video to donate so we can continue bringing you this content. We are exactly in Our Lady of Annunciation Church here in Zawtar, and we have with us our friend Mehdi Yaghi. He's a journalist and he is from Zawtar. Alhamdulillah ala salama.
Thank you, Ali.
Mehdi, this is your first time in your village after the Zionists
Yes.
gave permission to the Lebanese government for the people in order to enter this village.
Yes, this is the first time I came to my village in Zawtar Al-Gharbiya, and I visited this church. This church was to be a beautiful church, but the Zionists entered here and they kindly destroyed like everything in here.
Okay, Mehdi, so let's begin with the main point, one of the main points actually. This is a church in a Shia village. Okay, why is that? Just to let the audience know that your family helped in building this church.
Yes, well, my father is the one who's in charge of this church in this village, in this Shia village. This is a letter or a message to the Lebanese people that there's no difference between Muslims and Christians in Lebanon, especially in the Shias villages in southern Lebanon. So we built this church in 2007, and there's a school under this church. Also, there's a bedroom above us. The father, Abuna, Father Omar, he's the other who is in charge here. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, this is a message for all the Lebanese people that we are Muslims and Christians. We are just one hand. What brings us together is humanity. Mm-hmm. Humanity first.
Yeah. Mehdi, your house was destroyed in the 2024 war, the 66-day war. You were forced to consider this church as a shelter for you, and now we can see the damage here. Why this church was a shelter for you and your family?
So after our house was destroyed in 2024, we used to live here. We considered this church as our home, our house. We used to sleep here, eat here, and spend our days here. We used to sit here with our friends. Our family came here, drink coffee, drink water, and everything. So we chose this church as our new home in Zawtar Al-Gharbiya until we can return or rebuild our house in our town.
Okay, so let's talk about the road that we took in order to reach Zawtar. We didn't take the main road, and why is that? If we took the main road, what villages would have we passed by? How dangerous it was, and why this road in specific?
Actually, we didn't take, as you said, the main road to arrive to Zawtar Al-Gharbiya because of the Israeli army. They are occupying this main road. We cannot cross it till we arrive here, so we have to go from Nabatiya till Qaqayit al-Jusr until we arrive to this town. This is the only way to arrive to Zawtar Al-Gharbiya. We are now waiting for the Israeli army or the Israeli occupation till they leave Zawtar Al-Gharbiya and Nabatit al-Fawa. But we have to say that the Israeli army is not occupying Nabatit al-Fawa. He is not there. He is still now just in Zawtar Al-Gharbiya. So this is why we cannot take the main road till we arrive here. We should take another road, and it's longer.
Yeah, the main road usually takes like 25 to 30 minutes from Saida. This road took us like 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, Mehdi, I want you to tell the audience why Zawtar Al-Gharbiya and Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya, Eastern Zawtar and Western Zawtar. Zawtar was considered one village, okay? Tell us more about it, please.
Well, it's a simple thing. They just divided the two Zawtars into Zawtar Al-Gharbiya and Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya to stay as villages. If we put them together, they will be
considered
city.
as a city. Yeah.
Yes. So we have two Zawtars in here. Yani. There's no problem between the villages, the people in here. Just it's about to be two different towns, but we are like we have friends in Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya. We have families, our families that are from Zawtar Al-Gharbiya. They may live in Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya and from Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya to Al-Gharbiya.
Okay, so let's talk about Zawtar, the main name of the towns. Half of Zawtar is occupied and half of Zawtar was considered one of the pilot zones. When the agreement between the Lebanese government and the Zionists was signed on June 26, 2026 in Washington, the Zionists told or promised the Lebanese government that they will withdraw from the pilot zones, which are
Zawtar Al-Gharbiya, Froun, Al-Ghanduriyya, and Burj Al-Awai.
Okay, so Burj Al-Awai wasn't occupied, and the Zionists didn't step inside the Ghanduriyya, neither Burj Al-Awai. And also, Froun, we went there and we've seen the families there. They went to their village on the first day of the ceasefire before even the agreement was signed. Zawtar Al-Gharbiya was also considered one of the pilot zones. Mehdi, some of the Lebanese people who live north, they think that Zawtar Al-Gharbiya was occupied. Can you please explain what happened here?
Well, actually, Zawtar Al-Gharbiya wasn't occupied by the Israeli army. They used to enter to Zawtar Al-Gharbiya, destroy the houses, trees, roads, and they go back to Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya. They didn't stay any day in here, or they didn't settle Zawtar Al-Gharbiya. They just stayed in Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya. But unfortunately, the media and Israel convinced, I don't know how,
the Lebanese
people that Zawtar Al-Gharbiya was occupied by the Israeli army.
So we say it again, this town wasn't occupied by the Zionists. They just entered the village and then they left because they were under fire. The resistance didn't allow them to step foot in this village. Mehdi, can you tell us please the surroundings of Zawtar Al-Gharbiya? What can we see in front of us?
Okay, so we can see around us there's Zawtar Al-Sharqiyya. We can see the tanks, Merkava tanks of the Israeli army. Also, we can see the soldiers of the Israeli army who are walking right in front of us, yes, of course. And also we have the Beaufort Castle, or in Arabic, Qal'at Shqif. It's just in front of us too. We can see Al-Taibi, Dar Siriyan, even Miskaf Am.
The settlement, and the occupied Palestine.
Occupied Palestine, yes. So we can say that the Israeli occupation is surrounding us. We are living like in a prison.
Yeah.
They are just around us. They see us every hour. A drone come and took some photos, some videos of us, what we are doing, if we are working something else like weapons or something. I don't know. Even the MK.
Yeah,
MKs.
their drones.
The drones, yes.
Mehdi, after al-Aqsa flood in 2023, you used to sit here and watch what the resistance, the missiles of the resistance landing in North Palestine, in Miskafam, in Al-Mutali. What can you tell us about this experience?
Well, before the Lebanese war, I used to sit here. I used to drink coffee and watch the war in front of us. There's in Miskafam or al-Mutali, or you can say, we can see Kiryat Shmona, but it's a little bit
far.
Far of us, yes, far from us. So this was my, if we can say it, routine, daily routine here. I used to, like I said, drink coffee and watch the war in front of us.
Okay, so Mehdi, why did the Zionists try to occupy those villages?
Well, there's now a drone.
Yeah, that's what they do. This is the sound of what they can do. A drone is flying
above us.
Exactly above us, yeah. Okay, so Mehdi, why did the Zionists try to occupy those villages? What is the importance of this area?
Well, they arrived until Litani River.
Yeah.
And Zawtar Al-Gharbiya and Zawtar Al-Sharqiya, they are, if we can say it, at Litani's river. So it's very important for them. Even we said that in front of us there's Mtulli, Taibi, there's Syrian, Miskafam, and also the Beaufort Castle. Even Ali Tahir.
Yeah.
Ali Tahir is just in front of us. So they want to how do we say it, protect their back.
Yeah.
When they occupy another village, or if they will occupy another village, they have to protect their back.
Mehdi, I can see in front of me new roads that weren't available before the war. The Zionists destroyed neighborhoods and buildings in order for them to make new roads which are easier for them to carry their weapons, their explosives, in order to bomb the nearby villages. What can you tell us about it?
Well, you said that they opened new roads. I think it's easier for their transportation, so they can bomb more houses, more villages. I think even it's in the future when they will left these villages, we will face a new problem with these new roads. Now there's a bomb.
Yeah,
in front
this
of
is,
us.
I guess, artillery shelling.
So we will face another problem because of these new roads, because you cannot now know the old roads that were used to be.
Yeah, they erased the marks.
Yes, they erased the marks. Yes.
Okay, so Mehdi, what we heard now is artillery shelling. This thing is what we hear every single hour. They try to, despite what they're doing to the other villages, they are trying to scare and frighten the residents who came back to this village. We've seen that also in Froon, the tanks moving nearby the village in order to tell the residents that you're not safe here, but our people, the followers of the resistance and the owners of this land,
we always choose to come back.
Yeah, would never abandon their lands. Mehdi, what can you tell us about their movement in the area, their tanks, their soldiers, their drones?
Well, each hour we can see their movements Now we can see that it's a tank moving in front of us. Yesterday they burned a house and this land. So there was nothing here. They just burn. They just destroy. This is their policy.
Yeah, this is what they do actually. Mehdi, I was talking to some of the residents who stay and sleep in the village, and they were telling me about the houses that the Zionists are occupying in Zawtar Al-Gharbiya and what they do, their routine. They party inside inside those houses. They choose every single house for something. Do you know anything about what's happening there?
We can see this is a house right here in front of us. It's meters away from us. They stay in this house. They just destroy what is inside of it. They party, they dance, and after that they film, and we see it on their pages that they are in these houses. They destroy everything in the house. They write on the walls. So that's what they do.
Okay, so Mehdi, can you tell us something? When the people entered their houses, they found remainings from the Zionists, including food, alcohol, and other sexual things. What can you tell us about it?
Well, we found a lot of them. We found a lot of food, lots of drinks, a lot of alcohols, a lot of, like you said, sexual things. It's just they are telling us that they were living normally here, but there's another story that there was a big resistance.
Yeah.
That's the story that they are not telling us.
What I actually understand is that the Israeli army offer the soldiers alcohol and women so that they enjoy their nights before attacking our villages. And when they drink, when they become drunk, they don't know what they're doing. We've seen the way they move, Mehdi. They are walking like robots. The soldiers weren't able to do anything of what they did except because they were drunk and they were unconscious about what they're doing. This is why they're still fighting for women and for alcohol. We don't know actually what to say, but Mehdi, I've heard shots, and some of the residents also told me that there are still ongoing battles near al-Tahir. This is another sound. What do you know about what's going there?
Well, the thing that I know that they couldn't arrive till Ali al-Tahir. They didn't occupy Ali al-Tahir. They are trying to occupy those hills, but until now they could not because of the resistance. And as I know, there's an order to Hezbollah that whatever costs, Israeli armies should not go there. We don't know what's in there. We don't know if there is anything there, but some of the armies of Hezbollah told us that there's an order that they cannot arrive till these hills.
That's what we've seen a few weeks ago. We've seen the way that the resistance was defending those hills due to the importance. Mehdi,
we can hear shootings now.
Yeah, That's what I was talking about. The battles are still occurring near Ali Tahir Hills. The Israeli army actually made a statement a few minutes ago saying that the resistance attacked.
Now we can see a D9.
Yeah, attacked a D9 vehicle yesterday at night. This is what the Zionists say. This is actually what's happening in the area. This is another village that wasn't occupied, and the Zionists claim that they entered it and they occupied it. This was our report from Zawtar Al-Gharbiya, or Western Zawtar. I am Ali Mazloum reporting for Free Palestine TV. I ask you one more time to press the like and subscribe buttons on whatever social media platform you're watching this on, and to go to our website freepalestine.video to donate so we can continue bringing you this content. Until we see you next time, I bid you a world free of Zionism, imperialism, free Lebanon, and free Palestine.